of the rockets are landing on on civilians. They're just like so like into it. They're like, we need to get it done. We need to like outdone the US. They're just like
Yeah.
not doing a good job.
And it's a funny thing because the culture's different, the rules are different. They're,
um,
we have in America kind of we want everything. We have so many regulations, and like Elon Musk was saying, he had to fill out a bunch of forms to make sure one of his rockets wouldn't land on a fish and kill it, or he's being ridiculous. But we do that to ourselves. China doesn't do that. Like if they decide, hey, we want to do this, the regulations are all negotiable for something like that, which works in certain circumstances.
yeah, I mean, seems to work for them.
Yeah.
Good luck, I guess. But like they're trying to, in other words, like paraphrasing what I just said, like dominate the world. Like they're trying to get as big as they can. What's up with like Donald Trump saying that now they're gonna buy Greenland? Canada is part of the US. Like from an outsider, I just hear those things like, what's going on? Like, is he trying to take over the world as well?
So I'll give you my perspective on that, and it's probably wrong. But when Donald Trump's a negotiator, right? He likes to enter the argument, or before he even enters the negotiation, he sets conditions so that his demands are so high.
Hmm.
Whatever compromise you get to at the end of the day seems pretty reasonable. So he'll go in and say Canada's going to be the 51st state. And it's like, okay, well, how about we just do some trade negotiations, and then we back down to that, and it seems like he's given a lot. But if you go in and you say, no, we're not doing that, you haven't really given much. He came down from making you a state all the way to a few, financial or trade negotiations. So he's bombastic. He likes to say things like that. I think to call attention to ideas, and also to sort of set the table for the negotiations that will follow.
I think that's a very good assumption. You know, like before his first turn, he used to say, "We're gonna build a wall." Like he knows what he's doing. He's get attention towards himself, right?
Yeah.
So he can get a better deal afterwards. Because I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day, like, how come he would just buy Greenland? Like, doesn't sound realistic. Doesn't sound possible. And then, yeah, of course not. There's something more to it. You know, he's trying to get something else. This is just to get some attention first, and
Hmm.
much likely he just wants to get better terms with a deal later on, like you said. So I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Would you say that makes him a good leader, though?
It makes him a good negotiator.
Yeah.
It takes more than that to be a good leader, which I couldn't gauge based on what I know about him. Um, but yeah, that's not enough information to really draw that conclusion.
All right, Damon. I know that you know a lot about leadership and leadership incompetence, and I'd like to explore a little bit more about it. You wrote a book, right?
Yeah, I
So,
did.
the Leadership Incompetence Index: Root Causes, Red Flags, and Remedies for Learning Leaders. All right. So, when did
Yep.
you start? When did you? Where the idea came from to write it?
Yeah. So I am passionate about leadership. So I read about it all the time. I think about it all the time. I study it. I look up, research journals to kind of figure out what is it like, how are people doing it, and then I kind of know